What's happening, party people? I am in Riverside, California. That's right, made the big break. Primarily because I got a family function tonight. My nephew's getting married. Not going to miss that. That only happens once. So, want to be here for the next few days. If we have been in contact about me helping you and you're within an hour's drive of Riverside, California, contact me or I'll contact you, and hopefully we'll get together and get you taken care of over the next few days. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's clips. Working on Lady in Red. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off the Tinker morning, I'm going to do a few things to the new ride, Lady in Red. I have no idea why. I think it has something to do with some kind of ready or something. But somebody cut the carpet. So I got a piece of carpet for it. Some trim for it. I'm going to clean some of this garbage out of it, replace that visor, and see what else I could get done today on this beautiful 850R. Replace this ignition switch. When I was starting the car, the ignition was hanging up and leaving the Trax ABS light on, and I had to turn it back a little bit just to shift it out of park. So I got the replacement ignition switch on. We're going to fire it up and see if we had the same problem. Let go the key. And this one looks like it's worn out too. Yep, can't get out of the park. Got to turn it back a little bit. This trim piece has seen better days, so pull it off. And I'm going to replace it with one I got from the salvage yard that has all the rubber on there. But since this thing is all scuffed up, I'm going to treat it with this stuff I got from Gene. Finishing Touch Professional. Made in USA, last 6 to 12 months. That's where you get it from, Hampton Bay, Georgia. If I see a phone number, I'll share that with you guys. There's instructions. I'm going to read that and put it on there. There it is, folks. That's a, I guess, brief application of it. The one on the left, the one I was taking off. The one on the right, that was all scuffed up and gray and scratched up looking after the liquid application. The ignition switch I put on here is harder to control than the one I took off, so I'm going to put the other one back on. I may take this one I bought from the salvage yard back there and get a credit for it. Look at that roof strip. Looks lovely. Now we're going to have to darken the other stuff up to match that beautiful roof strip. Drain the coolant. Getting ready to change all these coolant hoses. And I'm going to look at the timing belt cover. I'm not sure when the timing belt was last done on this thing. Oops, leaking a little coolant. Don't want to do that. I need to put this back under there. Ugh. So let's pull this intake so we can get at these hoses. Replace the carpet. There was a big slot cut in it for some reason. Got that out of there. Get the carpet cleaned up a little bit. Now I'm getting ready to pull everything coolant and replace everything. Firewall junction, everything. I think the heater core has already been done. When you get a vehicle that's 25 years old, you get a lot of what we call common things. And a common thing is that top heater hose that goes to the side of the engine over here by the crank sensor. Those things start leaking and you got to fix them or you're going to blow your engine. Got brand new hoses. We're going to go ahead and replace those. So I'm going to pull this intake tube, get this out of the way, and get these hoses replaced. Lower radiator hose down there looks horrible. Had I seen how bad that thing looked before I came out here, I would not have drove this car out to California. with that heater hose looking like that. That thing is old, spongy, clamps got it squoze down. Scary stuff. So I'm going to replace that one and all the rest of these heater hoses. These K&N filters are supposed to be lubricated with some oil spray they have. I cleaned it but did not lubricate it, so I might stop by the parts store and get some lubrication for it. From here I could reach these hoses. I got this hose right here, lower radiator hose. Right behind it I got the upper heater hose, and right down there on the pipe I got the lower heater hose. So let me go ahead and take these clamps loose and remove these hoses. I'm going to take that lower radiator hose loose first. See how it's routed, so you can route it the same way behind that rip kit, up over all of this electrical stuff, under the brake booster, under this stuff right here for your cam sensor and crank sensor, and then into the pipe. I take the clamp off the hose, I grab the hose, and I try to twist the hose like it's a monkey bar, and then work it off. Lift the hose up so it pours out into the container. I took the bottom loose first. Now I can snake that hose out of the way. Sometimes I fold them in half right here and pull them out this way. God had mercy on me with this hose. That hose actually has a cut in it that was on the bottom. The hose was being held closed by the clamp. Look at that. That's really bad. Coolant roulette at its best. Glad we got the hoses to replace this stuff. Man. From here, you access that heater hose right there. The clamp kind of points toward the back, so you put the tool under that pipe, and then the other one's right there on top. Those are the two for the firewall junction with. I'm going to replace the firewall junction as well. Best way to get those hoses out of the firewall junction is to push them in a little bit, squeeze the tabs on both sides, and massage them out. At this age, that sometimes doesn't happen and they break, but we'll give it a try. Then we're going to save the ends for maybe a DO88 hose modification. Both ends of the firewall junction broke off, and man, these hoses are very soft and spongy. This one's not as bad as this one, but this one here is pretty bad. The lower hose sends fluid off the crossover pipe into the heater core. The top hose sends it back over to the side of the cylinder head down there. Let's go ahead and get these hoses installed. And those clamps there, I like the Volvo clamps. You notice the edges of them are rounded or flared out. They do not eat into the hoses. Water pump on this thing's been done, but I can't see the brand. See if we can see the brand. That's it, folks. Got the turbo piping back in, all of the coolant hoses in. Even back there, we got the stuff together from the firewall junction replacement, heater core in. We're going to fill this thing up with some G48. Get rid of that old nasty green stuff. Finishing touches. That little fender trim right here. And look what I got. The little clips that clip them together. Took about 4 of these things to get a couple of good clips, and I had to use the 10% rule. You got to be 10% smarter than the piece of plastic in your hand. Made it to the parts store, got a low coolant light, opened it up, topped the bottle off, holding steady. No head gasket issues. Man, this puppy is nice. Coolant fan just kicked on. Get that trim on the side. We ready to go racing. We're gonna do a couple more quick things. drop the tranny fluid, get that going fresh. I'm going to do something about the drawer check strap and maybe do the sun visor. Then I'll be done for today. Got a little bit of material on this magnet. This is why you want to do this. That's what it looked like without the material on it. Smells burnt too. Somebody also had the clip loose there on the lower transmission line. Leaked on this hose already. So I'm going to redo that clamp. Make sure that's tight. The car was recently painted. As you can see here, somebody painted over a piece of tape. Besides that, this weld in here is painted. And now the weld is breaking loose on this door check strap. So not sure if the new one's going to fix it, but we're going to check it out and see. That is it for today. Calling it a night. Got a lot of stuff done, especially those coolant hoses. Man, that was a big deal. Trim across the top. Birds just won't stop on this car. My goodness. But anyway, moving right along. Make sure this grill don't fall out. Whoop, whoop. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.